As of October 9th, 2022, there are 49 volcanoes actively erupting around the planet. One of these erupting volcanoes is the spectacular Mount Erebus in Antarctica, which has been continuously erupting since 1972. Its latest eruption has been characterized by a series of primarily Strombolian explosions which on occasion eject bombs of phonolite lava beyond the crater rim. Since these fragments erode quite easily, they leave behind groups of fascinating anorthoclase crystals which can be up to 6 inches in length. I want to give a special thanks to Eschenbacher, a subscriber of mine who sent me a wonderful assortment of these hard-to-come-by crystals, in addition to some photos of this isolated volcano. With this being said, here are this week's major volcano-related news stories. Although this was largely glossed over due to stories at other volcanoes, the Taal volcano produced a new phreatic eruption. Meanwhile, also in the Philippines, the Bulusan volcano produced a sudden swarm of earthquakes after several months of little activity, causing 5 volcs to post a special alert regarding the volcano. And, in Hawaii, the summit area of a towering Mauna Loa volcano was closed off in response to elevated seismic activity. For context, Mauna Loa is a truly massive shield volcano on the big island of Hawaii, which encompasses 51% of the island's landmass. During the last 3,000 years, this volcano has erupted an average of once every 6 years. This pattern has largely remained during the last 200 years, with one notable exception. Since 1984, Mauna Loa has not erupted, marking a period of 38 years without lava flowing onto the surface, marking its longest period without an eruption in the last 200 years. However, since early July of 2019, Mauna Loa has been at a raised alert level due to consistent ground deformation and the rate of earthquakes being consistently above background levels. However, beginning on September 20th, a sudden uptick in earthquakes occurred, whereas beforehand 5 to 20 daily earthquakes occurred, and after, between 40 and 110 daily earthquakes occurred. Many of these earthquakes occurred at shallow depths of less than 5 kilometers, which hints at a magmatic origin, and occurred in combination with a change in tiltmeter sensor readings on the volcano. There was an increasing trend shown via the tiltmeters beginning on September 15th, a stronger increase on the 23rd, and another notable increase late on September 30th. Although an eruption is not imminent, Mauna Loa has the potential to only show signs that an eruption is about to occur a few hours before an eruption begins. The ongoing earthquake swarm is unusual, but the last 2 times a swarm of comparable magnitude to what is currently ongoing occurred, they both did not result in a new volcanic eruption. In the Philippines, the Taal volcano seems to produce periods of frequent eruptions during a brief time span of 2 to 12 years, followed by several decades of little activity or inactivity. We are currently in the midst of one such eruptive period, which began at Taal in 2020. Eruptions since February of 2020 have been universally what is known as a phreatomagmatic eruption, consisting of shallow magma interacting with a volcano's shallow lake water, which generates a series of explosions. While this can generate prolonged episodes of volcanic activity that last hours to days, recent activity at Taal has largely consisted of isolated bursts during days where the level of earthquakes and sulfur dioxide emissions are above normal. One such phreatomagmatic burst occurred between October 5th and 6th, which lasted for 3 minutes. Since this small eruption, earthquake activity and sulfur dioxide gas emissions have dropped. Also in the Philippines, the Bulusan volcano produced an unexpected earthquake swarm between 5 a.m. on October 6th and 3 p.m. on October 7th. This minor swarm consisted of 29 earthquakes, which is unusual considering that this volcano has not produced much of any kind of activity since its last eruption ended on June 12th. This means that there is a heightened chance of another phreatic eruption occurring at this volcano in the short-term future. Here is a quick list of every volcano which is currently erupting. You might have noticed that I am now sorting these volcanoes by which of the 7 continents they are on. Also, here are some volcanoes showing signs of unrest which are not erupting but could erupt in the near future. Thanks for watching. If you would like to request a specific topic, please leave a comment below. Additionally, I would like to thank T. Parrish for increasing their pledge on this channel's Patreon page.